So I'm about to show you how to make the most fantastic roast chicken dinner for your family. It's so delicious and you're gonna love it. I've got a beautiful RSPCA approved chicken, which is absolutely delicious when roasted, and this is how we do it. Just giving this a quick rinse under cold water and then patted it dry, and then I'm gonna season it with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Give it a quick drizzle of olive oil, just like that. And you can sort of rub that around. Beautiful. You pick up the entire chicken, pop it onto a tray, and then what I'm going to do is just truss the legs. So get yourself a little bit of butcher's twine and just go around the two drumsticks there and just tie those two up. The reason for tying the legs together is you're going to get some nice even cooking because the legs here are going to protect the smaller part of the breast. It goes into the oven. It's going to take about 50 minutes and it's going to cook at about 180 degrees. All right, while the chicken's in the oven, it's time to roast the veggies. So what I've got here is just a little bit of olive oil into a nice hot pan. You want this really quite hot. Into that goes my carrots and my potatoes. Okay. And give it a good sear. You want to really get some deep colour on this. So just make sure that it's not stacked up on each other. If it's all stacked up together, you're going to end up steaming the vegetables. That's not what you want to do. You want to give it plenty of room. Make sure that the oil kind of coats the vegetables. Just toss them around. We're going to wait until we start getting a little bit of colour. And then once we get some colour, I've got a few other ingredients here. Some ginger, just finely chopped. Some cumin and some coriander. Beautiful flavours. We get all that working, we roast it for 15 minutes or so, and then we throw in some honey and turn it into these beautiful honey glazed carrots and potatoes. So the chicken's been in for about 50 minutes, so I'm going to pull it out. That's how you want it to look. Look at that, beautiful. So once it's been in for that sort of 45, 50 minute mark, you can pick the chicken up just by getting in the cavity there, and you'll see those juices shouldn't be pink. See how they're running clear? That means it's cooked. Place that on the cutting board. Now don't forget, we're going to let that rest for about 15 or 20 minutes before we actually carve it. So once your carrots and potatoes have had a bit of time to get some colour, what you do next is you pick up the ginger and you add that, and then the coriander and cumin we add as well. Now make sure there's enough oil in there because you don't want it to be roasting dry. Yum. Okay, so we're going to give it about 15 minutes and then we're going to add our honey and then just a little bit of spring onion and it'll be done. So once the chicken's had plenty of time to rest, it's time to carve. So what you want to do is just come on here, get the string and remove it from the back legs. And I'm going to show you how to carve the chicken so it's so easy once you get it to the table. Because I know a lot of people have trouble with it. This is what you do. You get a nice sharp knife and you just put it in between the two legs where the legs meet the breast. Spin the chicken around, just like that. Following where the leg meets the breast along all the way to that kind of hind quarter there. You just pull it all down, and then there's a little knuckle. You'll see that. You can just pop on through that knuckle. So you get the entire leg, thigh and drumstick connected away from the rest of the chicken. Same thing with the other leg. You just follow it straight down the side of the bird there, all the way through to that knuckle, pop on through it, and then the rest is really simple. It should just pull away just like that. Okay, so that's the legs taken care of. The next thing you've got to worry about are the breasts. So if you think about the breasts, there's a breastplate that runs right down the middle. So what you want to do first of all is go ahead and just find that breastplate and just cut all the way down. Now when you get to the bottom part of the breast, I'm going to go down the other side of that breastplate now to get the other breast, you'll find the wishbone. Now the wishbone runs right down here. So just push your knife straight on through that wishbone, and then you'll open up those two breasts just like that. Spin the chicken around, and you're just going to slowly start to ease that meat away from the rest of the chicken. So you go right on through, and there you go. You've got one breast off, and the next breast to follow. Okay, so once you've done that, you've now got yourself the two breasts, the two legs, and you're pretty much ready to serve. And then you can go ahead and place the chicken legs onto a platter, just like that. And I just go ahead and carve through the breast just a couple of times. You end up with this beautiful plate that looks just like that, and then just before you're ready to serve, you take your juices and you pour that all back over your crispy skin. Yum. Okay, let's finish off the veggies. So we've got our carrots and our potatoes. Have a look at that. They've gone so beautiful and crispy. It's time to add just a little bit of honey, just a tablespoon. Give it a toss. You can add the spring onions now. That looks beautiful. Have a look at that for a bit of roast dinner. Not too bad, eh? Enjoy.